How long has it been since I uploaded, man? It's been 16 days. Okay, wait. I don't even have an idea. What the hell do I make a video about? Okay, you know what? Maybe YouTube has like something on it. A day in my 124,000. Oh, these views are crazy. So, I'm guessing you think you know what a real CS student life looks like, huh? But that's not how I operate. See, handsome, genius, and competent people like me don't go about life like this. We're different. We're better. We're stronger. So, let me show you a day in my life. A day of productivity, a day of peak masculine performance, and a day in the life of your favorite YouTuber that you should definitely subscribe to. The day starts. Now, usually I go to the gym at this point, but I make, instead, the disciplined decision to skip to become, more productive. Trust me, guys, that's the only reason. I totally wasn't just lazy. After taking a shower, getting ready, I stepped outside in the dark. I walked over to the local Tim Hortons, grabbed a breakfast wrap and a large coffee, then hopped on the bus. I sat at the back, half asleep, setting my schedule up on my laptop as I drastically tried to plan everything to perfection. I finally got to campus at around 7. Oops, the 1,000 milligram black coffee I'd drunk already wore off, so I decided to get another one. Let's go! So, morning agenda before classes was to work on this bullshit app of mine, FinanceGuy. Link in the description, by the way. Go waitlist, please. As of right now, I'm pretty much done with the MVP. You can add transactions, budget, etc., but that's not really what FinanceGuy is. It basically needs to be a finance assistant. It needs to do everything for me so that I don't waste all of my money on Tim Hortons. So, first thing on the itinerary is to work on the Plaid integration. So, I spent 2 hours playing around with Plaid and WebView. The documentation does say that the WebView integration has been deprecated, but who really needs support anyway? What? Okay, it turns out by deprecated, they didn't mean that they just stopped updating it. What they really meant was that they shut it down completely. I just wasted 2 hours coding in WebView just for none of it to work. Anyway, at around 9 a.m. I stopped working because I was lucky about to throw my laptop across the hallway after the whole WebView plate thing. Also, remember the 2 coffees I had? Yeah, consequences caught up to me and I had to take a massive dump. Guys, words of wisdom here. Don't drink 2 large black coffees back to back. So after taking a shit, I decided I had to calm myself down. So I quickly went near my class, grabbed a bench, and quickly got through a level of Mega Man 0. Alright, it's 10 a.m. now. First class came through, data 305. We learned about the binomial distribution, how to use R, and my professor also casually mentions the midterm next week. Yay. After that class ended, I had to make a big decision. See, the next 2 classes were back to back, and honestly, the professors kinda just read off the slides. So it's okay to skip them, right? Anyway, I skipped both the classes and headed to my club room instead. Called my minions, my helpers, to debrief them on tonight's workshop.
Oh, did we mess it up? We did it the other way around.
Wait, Isam, what workshop? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer. See, I'm part of the Department of Computer Science undergraduate club at my uni. And as part of the academics team, I gotta host events and provide resources that help students. So, of course, while I had 2 assignments pending, 3 midterms the next week, a video to make, and FinanceGuy to work on, I took this on as well. After 2 hours of prep and another Mega Man level done, I wrap up my preparation for the Git and GitLab workshop and head to another class. It's 1 p.m. We're studying databases. Our professor kindly reminds us of his midterm next week, so again, hooray! We learn SQL, ER diagrams. He tells me the assignment I have yet to start would take a minimum of 4 hours to complete. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. now, and we're learning computational theory. This class is pretty heavy. It's a lot of math notation, random variables, probability theory, etc. By the time class ended, my brain was fried. So what does a normal person do when they're tired? Nap? Take a break? Nah, I'ma just get a Tim Hortons. Okay, so at 3 p.m., I start doing the database assignment for an hour. Nothing fancy, just worked on it for a while until 4 p.m. rolled around, which is when I went to the room where the workshop was meant to be hosted. Drank the last slurps of my iced coffee, opened all the things I had to open, prepped myself so that I'd look good on the LinkedIn post. Around 5 p.m., people started filing in, and they just kept coming. By the time we started, there were about 110 people in the room, which was mildly terrifying considering this was the biggest workshop I'd ever run. For the next 2 hours, I presented, helped people debug, answered questions, joked around, and, tried my best not to talk too fast. And I failed at that last part. Unfortunately, while running the workshop, I skipped over some hard parts, kind of taking it for granted that people would know some things. Expected them to keep up, and definitely could have, maybe practiced my speech more. But, despite all of that, it worked. People were learning, things were clicking, repositories were cloning, SSH keys were finally behaving. And honestly, the workshop went pretty good. So by around 7 p.m., the room slowly emptied out. My throat was completely destroyed from 2 straight hours of talking, and, I was just running on caffeine and adrenaline alone. I said my goodbyes, thanked the people who helped me, packed my stuff up, and headed home. On the bus ride back, my phone was buzzing. Friends texting me, congratulating me on the workshop, telling me it went well. I thought about, playing more Mega Man, but I just couldn't be bothered at that point. Instead, I leaned back, put my AirPods in, put on an episode of Dungeon and Daddies, and let my brain shut off for once. By the time I was home, I had a bag of KFC, threw on Jujutsu Kaisen, and ate in silence like a true glutton. I did think about going to the gym that night, I really did, but it had been a really long day and the rest of the week wasn't going to get any easier, so I thought, sometimes sleeping is the productive choice. So yeah, that was my day. Not perfect, not aesthetic, just long. Couple of quick announcements here. I've made a Discord server for us, so join with the link in the description. In there, I'll be updating on my code, plus I'm planning some community projects as well. If you want to talk to me or even be part of this, real cool club, pull up to the Discord. I'd love to hear from you all. Go waitlist FinanceGuy. Like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, alright, thanks, bye.